Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel, I hope you're all doing well. I promise you one thing, I will try to keep the video shorter today. Yes, this also happens on the channel. I don't know if I will succeed or not, so it depends on how much I will say or not on the different topics. It's not that we don't have a lot of topics today, we have a lot, but I put aside all the investigation cases about Juventus this, Juventus that. I want to focus on two things today. The names that are in La Continassa with turbo power training to be ready for Serie A 2.0, with one name that is crashing all the tests remain there. Is it Locatelli? Is it Federico Chiesa? Is it someone else? We will discover it all together. But then also mercato with some names that you are dreaming of, I'm sure about it. Some names that you are telling me, Beppe, I don't know, I am not sure. And some names that you will tell me, Beppe, I will put a dislike if you start speaking about that name again ever on the channel. Discover all with me after putting a maximum of like, after subscribing to the channel, and even more important, download OneFootball, best app to remain up to date about everything regarding Juventus, especially because I'm not speaking about the investigation today. So if you want to read some reports, download it for free for iOS and for Android. Link is into the description. We start immediately asking Del Piero how he's doing. Alessa, how are you doing? Are you in Torino? Are you already in La Continassa signing your contract to become vice president? Well, no, he's still in Doha, in Qatar, and this time with another Juve legend. We are speaking about this guy here, not the other side, about Claudio Marchisio. They are there with the family, they are speaking, they are having fun, they are enjoying the good weather and the World Cup, because don't forget today, two fantastic games. We are speaking, of course, about Argentina versus the Netherlands, and then Brazil-Croatia, two big games. Quarterfinals are starting. We go now to Gazzetta dello Sport. Are they speaking about Juventus? Absolutely not. They are speaking about Barella, that if I'm not wrong at the moment is in Malta. He's enjoying there the training camp of Inter. He said, Barella, I believe in it. In what? Well, in the Scudetto. 2 days ago, we had Rabiot that was still believing in the remontada of the Scudetto. Today, we have Barella. I'm sure that tomorrow, we will hear some Milanista believing in the Scudetto. Well, they are all chasing Napoli. This is a fact. We go to the other page, Guerreiro Sport, who's speaking about the World Cup with all-star game, because, yes, we entered the real competition with the last 8 in Qatar, but also about Beppe Marotta. The paper Marotta. Beppe Marotta, we already spoke about him a few weeks ago, or 1 or 2 weeks ago. The first rumors, yesterday with a bit more consistency, Marotta linked to Juventus. Well, they continue, and this time they are not hiding, they are really putting his name in big there. Juve, only at the moment, Allegri is secure of the job. Yesterday we said until when, depending on the results, depending on the youth, depending on the project that will be planned by the new committee. Well, they are saying only Hem is secured at the moment. Attenzione, because we are starting speaking again about Del Piero, that is in Doha and not at Continassa. But they are also looking for a sporting director. And attenzione, because Marotta can be a name. Marotta, he's happy at Inter, reported by our friend Juve News Live. He's happy at Inter, but he's not really happy with sunning. He's starting to be tired of sunning. For too long, he has tried to jump around to secure the team competitivity, but he might see with a good eye, I don't know which one, the left or the right, to go back to Juventus. Not only with him with Del Piero and with Antonio Conte. Well, if one side we are speaking about Allegri being secure of the job, I don't understand why Antonio Conte. Anyway, we have to check what will happen in 23-24. I'm sure there will be a lot of surprises. I still ask you, if you want to put in the comment, what about Marotta's return? Yes or no? What about Marotta? What about Antonio Conte? Do we go again with the same names, or do you want real changes today? Tutto Sport is going with something else. They're explaining you the facts about the investigations. We will skip it today, but they're also focusing on one specific man in La Continassa. We are speaking about an Italian guy, born in 2000. We are speaking about Moise Kean. Moise Kean that is surprising Allegri, and surprising in a real positive way, even reaching a double page in Tutto Sport. And if you reach a double page, page 2 and page 3 of Tutto Sport, it means that you are doing fantastically thing. He arrived late, do you remember, versus Atletico Madrid in the summer. Again, behavior problem, not 100% invested in the Juventus cause, and since a few times, since before the end of Serie A, before the international break, he decided to change his mentality, his behavior, his diet, because he lost I believe 6 or 7 kilograms. That's a lot. He's in top form. He showed it. 5 goals in the last 5 games. Do you remember the brace versus Lazio, for example, but also the game before versus Verona, where he secured the 3 points with a 1-0? Well, he's doing well. He's crashing all the tests in La Continassa and he's ready. Kean, boom, così torna Allegri. Doing this way, he will be back joyful. Allegri, joy, we know it. Doing the greedy, we hope it's not the last one. They are also thinking about the future at Juventus with some renewals. Locatelli renewed, but first we need to be bought entirely by Sassuolo. Should not be a single problem for him. They're also speaking about Milik. They really want to secure Milik. Whatever will happen with Moise Kean, he's a great one, but also Moise Kean has to be renewed from Everton. 3 names that we will be sure they will be there in 23-24. A name that will be there in 23 at least is Paul Labil Pogba. Back again with a really creative title about Gazzetta dello Sport. Missione Maradona, the mission of Maradona. Are they speaking about Diego Armando Maradona? Well, in a way, yes. Not because Paul Pogba, due to the fact that we don't see him since 1 year because of injury at Manchester United and also problems there, and injury at Juventus. No, he's not transforming himself with the skills of Maradona. It's a pity. But he's thinking about Missione Maradona, the stadium, Maradona Stadium in Napoli, because that's where he wants to be a starter for the first time at Juventus, even if they are targeting to have him on the bench versus Cremonese in the second game. The third one will be versus Napoli in the Maradona Stadium. Would be fantastic. We have a problem because before speaking about Mercato, we have to speak about Juan, that is still having that problem at the knee. We know it. He could not have played that last game versus Lazio. He sacrificed himself. He knew that he was not playing the World Cup. He knew how important it was for Juventus to win versus the team of Sarri, ex-coach of Juventus. Well, Cuadrado is still suffering at the moment, but they also targeting to have him back on the 4th of January versus Cremonese. Well, Mercato, Lazio, they are confident that Juventus will not buy Sergej Milinkovic-Savic in January. They cannot buy it. Well, guys, that's a bit obvious for me. I don't see Sergej in Juventus. Even if we are selling Rabiot, even we are selling McKennie, Weston, I don't believe that Sergej Milinkovic-Savic could potentially join Juventus in January. One that could potentially is Rafael Guerreiro. Why? Last year of contract with Dortmund. The one from Portugal is doing quite well there on the left side of the field. Attenzione, he's a bit older, he's 28, but he was already a name on the books of Juventus before the stop. It's one that we continue to follow. 28, maybe a cheap solution that can reinforce Juventus, or for free, or maybe for a few money already in January. Attenzione, because I like the name. I tell you the truth, I like the name. It could be a real potential great replacement of Alexandro. What about Smalling? The name Smalling is ready to listen to the offers of Inter and Juve. I tell you the truth. I saw a lot of comments of people, and no, we don't want Smalling at Juventus. Why? Because Smalling is the one that injured Federico Chiesa. I tell you my opinion, I don't care about that. There is other reason why I don't want Smalling. First of all, because he's right foot center defender. We have too much right foot center defender. Think about a left foot center defender, and that's one. Secondly, and most importantly, he's already 33. It's true that the end of his contract is also in 2023, and we could have him potentially for free from Roma. But mamma mia, he's 33. Basta. Think about someone that is a bit younger. I'm not telling you 18, but there is a middle way between 18 and 33. Anyway, another dream of Juventus is Christian Pulisic. Christian Pulisic that is not doing really well at Chelsea, but amazed everyone with his performances at the World Cup with USA. Great player, a lot of potential. Apparently, he is in the dreams of Juventus. I don't believe that Juventus will be able to reach Pulisic to sign him to bring in at Juventus, but can be a beautiful dream. So Guerreiro, Smalling, and Pulisic, I need your comments. I need your comments about everything that we spoke about today. I want them. I want to read them today. Don't forget, maximum of likes, subscribe to the channel. I kept my promise. A video under the 10 minutes is a record. Grazie, forza, Juve.